Okay, fantastic. Oh, look at Adam. Adam, you're still dressed up from your buyer consult?
Yeah, that happens.
Good job. Okay, so let me make sure everybody's on here. Okay, so we're up 22 people now. Okay, fantastic. We got some of the regulars, which I like, and some new people. Okay, so first I want to introduce Dave. Dave is a lender with guaranteed rate, and he is going to tell us a little bit about Gateless and the Enjoy magazine. So how this came about is we were talking about the Nextdoor app and posting seller squeeze pages in Nextdoor. And some people were having problems with getting flagged, you know, getting their posts taken down because they were being too salesy, because, you know, Nextdoor doesn't like it when realtors try to offer anything, even if it's free. So, but somebody brought up that they have a magazine like Enjoy, and I don't remember what it was, it's something else. Sorry, my cat's meowing. Anyway, so I said, hey, I have access to something like that. That's a great idea to share it on Nextdoor, and I haven't been utilizing it enough. So I thought I'd invite Dave here so he could tell people how to access everything. I'm going to mute you guys because some of you are being, you know, busy working on things. That's lovely. But I'm going to mute you.
Washing dishes.
Washing dishes, yeah, things like that. That's okay. All right, I muted everybody. Okay, so if you need to talk, like Dave, I'll be asking you to talk. I can unmute you, or you can unmute yourself when it's time for you to talk. So, so anyway, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to show everybody what this magazine looks like. How is somebody able to talk when I know I unmuted everybody? Or I muted everybody, rather. Okay, there. All right. I just tried to mute everybody again. Okay, so let me, so this is, right now, this is Enjoy magazine. And as you can see, it's branded to me. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. And then I'm going to have Dave say a few things. And while I'm downloading this, will some of you unmute yourself and just tell Dave where you're, and all of us, where you're from? Just kind of take turns. First
Portland,
to the wall.
Sacramento, California.
Julie, say yours again.
Portland, Oregon.
Okay. Who said Sacramento, California?
Trish.
Trish. Okay. Who else? Adam, where are you from?
The other Trish,
Oshkosh,
Houston,
Wisconsin.
Texas.
Wait, I'm sorry. The other Trish what?
Houston, Texas.
Trish in Houston, Texas. Okay. Thank you. And then Adam, what did you say?
Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Who else can tell Dave where you're from?
Southern
Hartford,
Indiana.
Alabama.
Oh, take turns.
Keller, Texas.
Hartford, Alabama.
Okay. Good job.
Southern Indiana.
Georgia.
Southern Indiana, somewhere in Georgia. Who said Georgia?
Danny, Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, two different people. Okay. Anybody else?
Keller, Texas.
Spraying
What? Who said what?
spraying weeds outside of Sacramento, California.
Oh, in California. Great.
Howley in the Hills, Florida.
Florida. Fantastic. All right. Anybody else? Oh, I didn't hear that last one. Oh, I heard somebody said Massachusetts, and they're on the phone. And then, anybody else?
Keller,
Baytown,
Texas.
Texas, okay.
South Dakota.
South Dakota, awesome. I didn't hear the last one.
Tennessee.
Still didn't hear it. Did anybody else hear that?
Tennessee, it sounded like.
Tennessee, it sounded like. Okay, we got a chat here. It's noisy where I'm at, but someone is in Skiatook, Oklahoma. How do I say that? Skiatook. How the heck do you say that? Anyway, well, great. Thank you, everybody, for introducing yourself. So this is what Enjoy magazine looks like. And if you are on your phones and you can't see this for some reason, you know, this will be recorded. You can check it out. So let me just still make sure I am recording. Okay, I am. Okay, so as you can see, this is branded to me, and it's, you know, really nice magazine. People seem to like it. I actually sent this to my database. And, you know, I said something like, you know, something about the drink recipe and, you know, and people will respond to that. It's also something you can post on Facebook. So there's recipes. And then there's usually like a travel article. Let's see. Just other articles, nutrition article in this case. Usually something about the real estate industry. So we've got something here about mortgage rates. And good information you can use for a blog or something like that. And then something from Guaranteed Rate. And then Dave does have his stuff at the bottom, you know, just so it's on the last page. And this is something I could actually put in the mail too, and that I could have mailed out for me. You might have just seen here, I could mail this to somebody. Or so that's what Dave's going to talk about. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to close this. Okay, Dave, where are you at? Can you unmute yourself, or I can unmute you if you can't figure it out? I'm going to find you so I can unmute you. There he is. Okay, I'm going to unmute you, Dave. Dave, you are unmuted, so go ahead.
Awesome.
Introduce yourself.
And I can get in here and play. All right, good. The Enjoy magazine is it's a lifestyle magazine. Typically, there's a Ty's Tips. Ty Pennington is our national spokesperson, so there's typically a Ty's tip in there. There's always going to be a drink recipe or a favorite drink. So we say there's also a recipe. There's destination. And there's always really high class stuff. I've been with Guaranteed Rate for 3 years, and this magazine is absolutely phenomenal. I've had people tell me that they've gotten deals just from sending out the Enjoy magazine. Everything in gate list that you see here, everything that's electronic is free. And the key to the gate list is filling it. You've got to fill it all out, which means you get your name, your address, your logo, your picture. And once you upload all that stuff, we take all that information, and then from the flyers to the Enjoy magazine to everything else that you can brand or co-brand, it will take all this information. So the key thing is that you get into gate lists, spend a couple minutes filling stuff out, and then you can just kind of like go from there and work your way around. Now the Enjoy magazine, you get back over here, the Enjoy magazine. Do I have access to the screen here or no?
No. Do you want? You just tell me where to go.
Click on the Enjoy magazine.
Okay.
And you can see right there. You can, if you want to print copies, you just want to ship to you. They're $1.82. If you want them actually mailed to your database, they're $2.21 each. You can also, if you just sometimes I do. I'll email one to myself. There's right now you have on the left hand side you have the download, you have the order now, and you have the email now. And you can email it right to yourself. And then what I do is I copy and paste that into my database and then send it out that way. There's a variety of ways of getting it out. If you email it, it just looks really professional. You can also use the MailChimp right there's the HTML encoded embedded code for your CRM. Mm-hmm. You can just copy and paste all that in there if you want to choose that way, or you can just use the regular just email it to yourself and copy and paste it in there. Anyways, it's a wonderful magazine. It is all free. It just seems that I've gotten more take on the Enjoy magazine than probably anything else in this whole thing.
Nice.
Part of the Enjoy magazine, part of Gate List though. Mm-hmm. It's broken up in different parts. There's a full CRM, as you can see right there. Leave it right there in the marketing tools.
Should I go leads, the leads and contacts?
Oh, let's go to marketing tools first.
Okay.
Maybe.
I know, sorry, my computer is, Bill Gross, who's on here, he calls my computer the little computer that could.
You can create, I'm going to go through all of these, but you can create your own property flyer.
Okay.
You can have a landing page for each one of for each one of your house. Each property can have its own website, single property websites down at the bottom. You can go, let's go back.
I just want to see this because I've actually never clicked on this. So one thing that we have, you know, our kvCore websites that are great for single property websites, but you know, I am curious about a traditional page. So if I wanna find like one of my properties here, how do I do that?
Did you put in all your MLS information and everything else?
Do I have to manually add it, or does it already know me?
No, remember that page I was talking to you about, the
I did
your profile. Your profile?
Yeah, my MLS is in there.
All right, then you should be able to go to, yep, as long as it's all in there, then you're fine.
Yeah, it's in there. So now what?
Then go to, let's go, you want to do a single property website?
Yeah. I just have, my only active listing though is land, but I'd like to see it. I'd like to see if I can do it and what it looks like since we're here.
And you probably picked the only thing that, do you know the MLS number?
Offhand, no, but so I'd have to actually find it. I just can't find my listings for me. That'd be nice if it did.
No, because you can actually pull in someone else's.
Oh, you can? You can do someone else's?
Yep.
Okay. Let me see if I can find mine really fast. Of course, I could just go to my kvCore website too. I mean, there's a lot of places. Oh gosh, yeah, I'll do that because I put my MLS on something stupid like some verification. I need to take that off. Someone's gonna chat. David, it says April on the magazine. Does it come out monthly?
Oh.
Somebody?
Yes, it comes out monthly. It'll come out once every month. Typically, it will come out, so the end of April, like the last week in April, you'll have May's, and, you know, and so on and so on and so on. So it's, you'll have a new one every single month, and everyone is, like when the fall comes around, you have a lot of Halloween stuff. You have a Halloween crafts, Thanksgiving in December, another couple big months for crafts, and, you know, everything Christmas related. So, like I said, a lot of people have gotten a lot of mileage from sending those out. There's also, we put everything, when you get your gate list set up for you, there's a lot of print marketing stuff that's absolutely 100%, you know, high class printing, and it has all your marketing stuff on the bottom of it. So if you want, there's some first-time home buyer programs. There are some other really cool things you can, just in the print things you can print. You can paste it right to Facebook.
So here's, I just made the property, a single property website. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. So it's pretty, and then it's got the contact information. Now, if I put, if somebody puts their information in there, do you get that lead as well?
You can see, because this is going to be, we're giving you a full CRM. You get to choose whether you want me on board too.
Okay.
So you can say, yeah, I like Dave, but I don't like Dave that much, but I do want to use it. So you can block me from all those leads. Sometimes it's good because sometimes, because you can also do part of this when you do an open house.
Okay.
You can have people sign in using a tablet.
Yeah.
And they sign the tablet, it goes right to the CRM. So,
like, do you have an open house app, or do you mean just sign in from the single property website that I just made?
You can sign in from, you can create a plus, where they'll sign in for the open house that you create.
Where is that? Do you know?
Hang on.
Hang on.
Yeah. Create property.
I wonder if it's in the, I don't know. Well, I'm going to click the CRM thing since we're talking about it. Let's see. Because sometimes you can do it from the CRM, but I've never played in this CRM, so so you guys.
And that brings us back up. You can see shared with David on the right hand side.
Notify shared users. Okay.
If you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see. See assigned with, shared with.
Assigned to. Oh, I see. Okay.
You can assign to anybody else too. You can create people you want to assign it to.
Oh, this is interesting. Tell me about this credit score thing. Is that something we just put in? Like, how do we know?
Well, it's sometimes you know, sometimes you won't know, sometimes you can talk to them. But the cool thing is you can go back up to you and put the birth dates in there.
Yeah.
And so the birth dates. So when you log in the morning, you will pull up everybody's birth date.
Okay.
And their anniversary.
So you guys, we have this ability in kvCore, but some of you who don't want to use kvCore as a CRM and you don't know where else to put your contact information, this would be an option. Okay. Lead capture apps. I wonder if this is the open house tool that you're talking about, because it just said lead capture app.
Yes, that is it. So you put your MLS number in there.
Lead app. Oh, page set. Oh yeah, open house. Ooh, that's fun. Layout, open house. Okay. Or home valuation. What does that home valuation do?
You know what? He asked me to speak about the
Oh, okay. You don't know. Okay.
I haven't used it. They've constantly changed. This was in 2 separate programs, and then it moved it into one. And I have not. I'll be very honest with you, I haven't got in there and used that part of the CRM.
Do you know if this will actually provide a valuation? Okay, if you don't know. We can.
I can 100% guarantee that I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I can definitely chat with you. You can send it out to the group next week or Monday.
It is a landing page, so I'm just curious. New landing page. So we'll just, you know what? We're just gonna see. I'm just gonna put my little place. We'll see what it does. I mean, we have, oh, okay. I imagine that this just captures the lead.
I did have another lead to use, she did have several people go through the open house. She created it really quick. Obviously, she didn't ask me a whole lot for it because I wasn't able to answer any of her questions, but she was able to crank it out real quick. And every time someone, walked in the house and filled that out, it was a full bona fide lead that was emailed directly to me and also went into her CRM.
Okay, so I just discovered this home valuation does, it basically collects the information and it doesn't show them a valuation. So again, we do have, this with kvCore, but, some people, honestly, I don't have everybody on board using kvCore. So Bill just put in a gateless sign up. And do you want to tell everybody, Dave, how to sign up to get access to all this stuff? And I know, like, obviously you're in Grand Rapids, but could you do a loan anywhere in the United States?
Yeah, it's one of the great things that we do is I can do any loan in all 50 states, including Puerto Rico. So
okay.
I can do all of them. The only thing I do ask, you go to gateless.com, just www.gateless.com.
Yeah.
And they will ask you for a loan officer because you can't go too much further. And if you put in my name, David's last name is Crump, C-R-U-M-P. And if you happen to find, later on down the road that you find a gateless, or a guaranteed rate loan officer that you'd like to work with, that may be right next door to you, that's awesome. Otherwise,
So what you're asking
Yeah.
is if anybody signs up to get access to this, if they would name you as the lender, just so that you can capture their information, reach out to them, see if they need anything from you. And then if they do find a different guaranteed rate lender to work with, great, they can change, right?
Yeah,
but for now, if you're on this call and you're going to sign up, David's giving us his time to share this with us, and he can either refer you to somebody that's closer to you, or he can just help do the loan for you. So anyway, I do want to check out that open house thing. So we do have an open house tool with kvCore, but I just want to see what this does. Save it. Oh, I gotta pick a lender. Okay. Lender profile. Okay. Oh, I see. So it's like branded to both. And then let's see what it looks like. View page. Oh, that's nice. It's got the logos in there. And so basically it's name, phone number, are you working with a real estate professional or not, and register. Boom. I mean, it's clean and nice. So great. Okay. Anything else that you want to tell us about? I know there's some.
Let's go back to, just go to print marketing real quick.
Okay, under here.
Yep, it says create print marketing.
Okay. Create print marketing. Okay.
And just hit print flyers.
Okay.
You can also do postcards.
Yeah, can you tell us, we have tons of resources for flyers. Can we look at the postcards instead?
Sure.
Because we have so many flyer places we can go, and I think we're sick of flyers. So I'd like to see postcards. So these direct mail postcards are every door direct. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that's nice.
You can,
go ahead.
Here's the thing with postcards. These are just a few of the postcards. Let me grab, and I apologize, I gotta grab something out of the oven real quick.
Oh, that's okay. I get it. We do that all the time.
I'll be right back.
You guys, so anyway, we'll just look at this for a minute. So this is fun. This is a still renting postcard. See, and he will split it with you, but you might with the lender that you're working with. But he'll work with anybody across the country. So I mean, you could, if you could develop a relationship with them, great. Or if you're more comfortable with someone in your area, you could find a guaranteed rate person in your area. But if you do sign up to get access to this, at least name him, so then you can change later.
Yeah, nothing else. I'll put a plug in for myself. I've been doing this for 27 years, so this is not my first rodeo.
Not your, yeah. So so anybody can work with you as long as they're in the United States.
Right.
Okay.
So the postcards. The postcards are kind of cool. You can do anything you want with the postcards, meaning that if you like some of the ones here, they're great. We also have just listed just so you can create your own postcard to some degree.
You can.
Pick the ones that we have, yes. We can pick some of the ones we have and tweak them. But here's the really cool thing. How much do you think it costs to mail out a half-page, full-color, glossy postcard?
$2. I don't know. $5.
It's 33 cents a piece mailed.
Okay. Because you're splitting it with us?
I'm splitting with you. Yep. Right. But there's like this. Let's scroll down to the one that says "Outgrowing Your House." Yeah, I just think that is so cool.
Yeah, that is cute. My computer's doing something weird though. It won't let me see it.
Oh.
But these are really nice postcards though. I will give you that.
So what you can do is that if you have a farm, my personal belief is it works best for farms. that you have, and it's doing it not just once, but doing it over and over again. And I've had a couple agents that, you know, they've dominated some of their farms just by doing these postcards. Because every time she lists a house, we put on a just listed one. It's really cool. And then just sold. In fact, we created a custom postcard where she had 18 homes sold in the year for this specific area. And we put all the pictures of the homes on little sold signs on every single one of them. And we said 18 good reasons why you should list your home with us. Yep, just still renting. You do that one. Yep. The other thing is, too, you don't have to look up all the names and addresses or anything else. There's one of two ways you can do it. You can either say, hey, Dave, you pick a spot in the map and say, go out a mile from around here or half a mile from around here. Or, you know, you get Google Maps, you print off a Google map, and you take a pen and, trace the streets that you want to go in and around. You trace all those streets in and around there, and we'll pull up every single one in there.
Okay.
On top of that, we'll get, a lot of times you can get the email address and the phone number from these people.
Right. Okay. I like it. So yeah, I haven't really checked these out, and I should do this a lot more than I'm for sure doing. Okay.
If you don't like any of these postcards, I have a bunch more that you can use.
Okay. I want to click on a bunch more than this?
You cannot click on, but I can share them with you from my computer.
Oh, okay. Here, I can share my screen. This still renting one is interesting. Somebody was just chatting with us and saying they liked this one, so I wanted to zoom in on it so they could see it. And then
you can change those amounts.
And Debbie, that is just fine that you work with a guaranteed rate lender in Nashville. That is perfectly lovely. So Dave's not here to steal anybody's business. If you have a guaranteed rate person somewhere, that's fine. But if you don't, you can use Dave. And if you haven't signed up for Gateless, either with your lender with Gateless or at all, then you put Dave's name as your lender for now with guaranteed rate, and try it out and see how you can work with him. So just so you know. Okay, and then I wanted to tell you, Dave, somebody said, Bill Gross said, the pulling stuff out of the oven mid-call proves you're EXP ready. And then Selena wanted clarification. Dave, you said that you could change the amounts on the still renting postcard?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because that doesn't work for Grand Rapids. Unfortunately, our market is significantly different than, let's say, the West Coast or the East Coast for that matter. So our rent would be maybe $1,100, $1,200 it would start at. And go down. This one starts at $2,000, which is probably more West Coast.
Right. Yeah, because our rent here is more like starts at $900.
Right.
So somebody has a question. Trish, you're asking if your lender is not with guaranteed rate, can they get access to the magazine? So this Gateless is for guaranteed rate, right? Correct.
It's our proprietary. The Gateless is, correct. Gateless is guaranteed rate.
So Trish, you have a lender that you work with, but if you want access to guaranteed rate, you can still sign up and name David as the lender that you're working with guaranteed rate. And if you ever want to, maybe you have a referral, a buyer who's moving out of state and you want to get them started with a lender, ahead of time. This is somebody that you could, have them work with because he works all over the United States. And, you could still have another lender, like a backup lender, and then get access to these tools. And, even if you can still get access to these tools, especially the Enjoy magazine. It's free. It doesn't cost Dave anything for you to share the Enjoy magazine digitally. But he's just asking that if you sign up, you name him as so that he can be co-branded on it with you. That's all he's asking. And then Dave just replied, you know, he's great with VA buyers. And yeah, he works with everybody, you guys, every type of loan pretty much. Is there any type of loan you don't do, Dave?
No, we do a lot of the bond programs that are special to each state. There's several 3% downs. We have a new program. It's basically an FHA zero down loan, which is kind of cool. A lot of people haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, you were telling, now is this a nationwide thing? You were saying if there's credit score 620, there's a zero down FHA?
Let's try to make it 640.
Okay, 640, okay. 640, okay.
640, you can do a zero down FHA.
That's pretty amazing. Somebody else, Padeline, is asking, Dave, how soon into the process will a buyer know that all is well with underwriting? That is a great question.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't take a loan unless it's going to close, and I'm going to be really selfish on two parts. One, we both work on commission. I'm assuming you work on commission, so do I. So I'm not going to put 2 to 3 hours into time into a loan that's not going to close. So you're going to know right up front if that loan is going to close or not. I run through, we get it underwritten. There's several different ways we can go. So if it's a questionable one, yeah, then I'm going to send it through. We have this thing called a 𝗿𝗏𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀 Express. And, you know, you have different types of pre-approvals. You have pre-qualified, which everyone kind of gets an idea of what they may be able to qualify for a house. You have a pre-approval where they've run the credit and maybe run through AUS. Then we have underwritten approval, which means that really at that point, the underwriter's already signed up. You've got verified the assets, verified the credit, everything's all done. And the only thing you need at that point is the house with an appraisal. And here's the cool thing with some of our appraisals now, depending on where you are, I'm going to just use Grand Rapids for an example, that, you know, and maybe different markets, but I know for ours, you know, for the last 2 or 3 years, trying to get an appraisal done in short order has always been difficult. So we've made a deal with our appraisers, or it's kind of gone back and forth. It said, you know, if you want to work with us, this is what you need to do. We will get and have an appraisal back within 48 hours of the time that they visit the house. So typically what I'll do is, thank you.
Great. Yes.
So if I get the purchase agreement on Monday, I'll call the listing agent, ask them, give me a couple of times, let's say on Wednesday or Thursday, that the appraiser can come through. Give a couple of times. We send it out to our list of appraisers. Whoever wants it snags it, and they have to back us. So it goes out on Wednesday. They have to have it back to us by Friday. Mm-hmm. So literally, you can have it back that week.
So somebody was asking, you know, what is the lowest credit score that you will work with? You know, there's like a lot of conversation here about FICO scores and 500 FICO with 10% down versus 580 with 3.5% down, blah, 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 blah. So what will you do?
You know, I've just got to share my experience. The company is 580.
Yeah.
We don't do anything under 580. I know my experience tells me that anything below 640, sometimes it's going to become more challenging at some point. You know, go down to 600. They may ask for more than 3.5%. They may ask for 4 or 5%, or they may ask for 3.5% with, you know, 2 or 3 months of the reserves. Anything below 640, you're asking for more something. And FHA just tightened up last week, 2 weeks ago.
Really?
They tightened up. They're starting last year. FHA 25%, and it's a staggering number. And the reason why they tightened up, 25% of the loans that were generated through FHA last year in 2018 had a debt to income over 50%. So that's a really high number, and it's you know, FHA said we're not going to do that. So on March 18th, they said, hey, listen, we're going to tighten up here a little bit. So anything over 50% is going to be a little more difficult to do.
50% still pretty good. But
well, if you think about it, it's kind of scary from a buyer standpoint, because 50% of their gross monthly incomes going towards and their debts. And that's before food, electric, gas, water,
Right. So the other thing I wanted to point out about the coach, there's a coaching series. There's also that's one of the topics here is recruiting, which is sort of interesting. You know, because as you know, Dave, you know our model. So, you know, we talk about recruiting, but we don't, you know, not necessarily to build a traditional team, but you know our model.
Yes, I did want to let you guys know you can white label this.
What does that mean?
That means you could call it EXP's training system.
Oh, okay.
So you can white label this. Yes.
Oh, so
So if you have a branch in Tennessee that wants to say, hey, listen, I wanted to bring on new people, and this is, I love what you guys have. How can we white label it? And we just put your name on it all.
Wow. So this could be like Sylvia and Rebecca's training.
Yes.
Cool. We might talk about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody, Maria Johnson wants to know, how does credit apply to VA loans since it's 0 down?
I'm not sure.
She wants to know because, you know, she's thinking because of and for a VA loan, what is the typical credit score?
That goes down to like 580 also.
Well, okay.
VA is the craziest one out there. I've literally had some guy approved with a 60% debt to income, and I thought for sure that was going to get denied, and VA is still way out there. If you have, you know, been a patriot for our country, you know, they just kind of open up the doors for the veterans.
Right. Well, that's good.
Yes. Go ahead.
Anything else that you were going to say?
There's, if you type on gateless.
Right, click here.
Yep.
Okay.
So what a lot of people struggle with, and you're gonna have to help me out.
Yeah.
And maybe this isn't something you guys already know about and already have handled, but I know there's a lot of Asians that struggle with trying to come up with content for to post on Facebook.
Well, yeah, that's a great. I'm glad you're going to bring that up because we've been talking about that a lot. So, what do you have for us?
So scroll on down. Keep going.
Okay.
There's a great. Go up a little bit more. I was going to say there's a great how to use Gateless. That's awesome to, you know, take a run through when you first log in and you fill out everything out. Spend a few minutes and go through that. And you guys feel free to give me a call because by the end of next week I will know all about the single property websites and things like that. But it's a good tool. And this Gateless has changed like 300% since I've been in it.
Okay.
With guaranteed rate. They didn't have a database before. It was two separate things. Anyways, what you're going to get into, so if you're having problems trying to find or not finding good sources or one place to go for content to post onto Facebook, this is.
So I clicked on content for consumers. That's what I was supposed to do, right?
That is absolutely correct. So let me move this.
So these are blogs that we can use?
Let's find one. Find one that you like that you'd want to put on Facebook.
Let's see. Who wants to pick one?
Lock now, interest rates near high.
Where? Oh, this one?
Up. Okay, there you go. Up one more.
Oh, I see it. This one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. So I'm clicking on it.
By the way, everyone, rates are supposed to be heading down.
Yeah, that's right.
So if, let's say you really like this, because part of what you fill out your profile, you're going to fill out your Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter content.
Uh-huh.
And so if you see it right to the right there, it says share.
Yes.
Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, you click right on it, and boom, it gets posted right to your Facebook page.
So question, is this branded to me or not? The blog? I'm just curious. I mean, it's okay if it's not, because I'm still sharing good content, so I'm okay with it, but.
It's not going to have, well, post it and see what it says.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll post it and see what it says. That is a great idea. So should I say interest rates are going to go down?
Check out this article. Second paragraph. Rates are coming down.
Okay.
I have no idea what's in the second paragraph, but
That's fine.
Sylvia, I have another one I want you to look at after that one.
Okay.
One.
All right. Well, just it didn't. I couldn't post it, so I'll look at yours because it didn't. I screwed something up. So I'm gonna go back and we'll look at yours. How do I go back?
what do you want to do?
I am doing, okay, 𝘃𝗶𝗁𝗁 says she wrote it directly to me, but I don't know if she meant to. She said, I'm doing every door direct through the post office and you already have a map area you can select. I'm getting ready to send out my custom postcard to 883 people for $165. Post does it all. That's great, Trish. I want to learn more about every door direct, so you and I are going to talk. Okay. Okay, Julie, what was the one that you wanted me to look at?
I want you to look at the one that was just above the one that you picked. It right here. Stop losing buyers with cash only. That's
Losing buyers. Oh,
what happens over here in my area so much.
okay.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. So telling the sellers stop requiring this, try to be nicer. We often hear that housing affordability is an issue, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Renovation financing, that's fun. Dave, do you do the 203K program?
The 203K and the 2 conventional programs.
Renovation. Okay. So if I click on share here, I'll just post to Facebook without doing it from my Facebook page. I think it just shared it, so I'm gonna go look because it doesn't. I'm just gonna go see if it did it. Okay, so we're gonna see what it looks like. All right, so it did post instantly, and I want to just look at the article and see what it looks like. So it goes to Gateless, like as a blog post. Bill, don't make fun of my computer. Oh, it went away. Something happened. I'm sorry, you guys. I just really want to see what it looks like.
The other thing you can do is that you can, when you get into Gateless, there's a spot in there you can actually time these out. So if you find 4 or 5 articles, you want to go out Monday, you want to go out, Thursday, you want to go out next week, next month, it will send those out to your Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter accounts.
Oh, you can schedule them directly from Gateless to post automatically.
Correct.
Oh, that is a nice feature. That is a super nice feature.
Under what are you finding these articles? Where are you in the program? I'm trying to follow along on my app, and I'm not quite seeing where you're at to see them.
Where I found them, where were we? Let's see.
Go to Facebook's page, the Facebook homepage. So go to hit Gateless in the top left.
Okay.
Go home. Go home.
I'm trying to go home.
And then scroll down.
Oh yeah, it had on the homepage. It had content for consumers. That's where you find it.
Thank you. I couldn't find it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So somebody's chatting with me. That is like Hootsuite, awesome. Yeah, that is a time saver. I want to. So where, Dave? Where do you do that scheduling automatically thing? That is nice. I want to see. I want you to prove that to me.
It's one of those things that they moved over from the other program, from the CRM. It's in one of the CRM parts, and I'll let you know. I can.
Oh, it is?
What's that?
I just said, oh, it is?
It is.
Oh, there's a widget. I like widget. Let's see what the widget is. Widgets.
So the widgets, do you have a website?
Yes.
Your own website?
Yes, I have a couple, but yes, we all have our own website.
All right. I mean, can you add stuff to your website, or is it?
Yes, we can.
So if you scroll down,
Yeah.
you have options of doing
A payment calculator.
rate comparisons. You can do the apply now, but there's also one that has all of the information. And that will show what the top lenders are doing, you know, guarantee rate compared to Chase, compared to everybody else. And if you scroll down a little bit, all right, you can click the dark button.
This dark button?
No,
Oh, dark. Oh, to change the look of it.
There you
Okay.
go.
Nice.
It also gives you to the right, just below the dark, where it says dark light,
Mm-hmm.
you can highlight, that's all your code.
Yeah.
You just cut and paste and put it in there.
Yeah. So you guys, you can select all this code, and then you could have a whole finance page. You know, you could create a custom page in kvCore and create finance page, and then put this widget in there along with that mortgage calculator, and then even apply directly to apply. And if you know, whoever your guaranteed rate lender is, they will get that, right?
The cool, yes. If you do the apply now, there's some really cool things that we have that most mortgage companies don't have. Most of the apply now stuff, you know, it's like just filling out a blank loan application. Not much else happens.
Okay.
With ours, you put in who the realtor is, who the loan officer is.
Okay.
If it's my link, it obviously, so anything you have download, it would, you know, go to me. So as soon as they start filling out the loan application, I'd be notified. You would be notified.
Okay.
That they're filling out a loan application. If they fill it all the way through, it runs their credit. So, and it also lets them know what their credit score is. So you can share a link. There's several ways of doing this. If you just share a link, you know, you can go to www.whatever, and they can click on the apply now.
Okay.
It will instantly. So if you're in an open house, they can fill out a loan application online right there and see what their credit score is.
Okay.
And let's take that 2 steps farther. So if they fill it all the way through, it will actually run through the automated underwriting system. So you have a full approval. If it's a purchase, you have a purchase agreement in hand.
Yeah.
It will order the appraisal.
Fancy.
And the cool thing is, the clients would drag and drop their W-2s, paycheck stubs, all that stuff. So they don't have to email, which can potentially be hacked.
Okay.
This opens up, they'll have a special, like their special vault, or as 𝗀𝗃𝗄𝗃 would say, the black box.
Okay.
And all the W-2s and paycheck stubs go right in there.
Okay. I clicked on something bad, so I'm trying to get out of it. Okay. All right, great. Well, I think, does anybody have, that's enough, I think, because I just wanted to be able to show people this resource, because I think it's simple. It's pretty simple, and everybody was interested in this Enjoy magazine. So I wanted to invite you here to show everybody. And again, you guys, if you sign up, if you go to gateless.com and create an account, just please name David Crump, here he is, as the guy, unless you already have a guaranteed rate person. If you have a guaranteed rate lender, obviously put that person in. But if you don't, put David in here, and to get access to this to start. Everybody's saying it's magic and thank you, and it's such a time saver and a valuable resource. Does anybody have any last minute questions for David? Somebody's talking. More thank yous. More thank yous. Thank yous.
Welcome.
Can I call David tomorrow?
You can sure call David. Here's his number. I'm gonna put it in. David Crump. I'm gonna put it in here in the chat. His number is 616-326-1104. Is that the best number for you, David?
I'll give you one other one.
Okay, what is it?
It's 616
Uh-huh.
554-4100. So it's
that's your cell phone, right?
correct.
Okay, so I put both those numbers in the chat.
Awesome.
All right. Anybody else have any final questions for Dave? Good, good. Well, thank you so much, Dave.
Oh,
And
my pleasure.
You can have your dinner now, or you can hang out with us. But what I want to do now, to use the remainder of the time to answer anybody's burning questions about anything else. Does anybody have any questions about anything else? We are seven. I know. I know, Diana. We are seven. We have 7 minutes. I'm gonna try to get out of here at 8:30. But does anybody? Ooh, somebody's drinking wine. I saw that. That's amazing. That looks so good. Yeah. Woo!
No, it's water. It's water.
Oh, it's water out of a wine glass. All right.
No, it's a tumbler, but it's okay. I'm on my way that way.
Diana says, "Is it mommy water?" That's our little joke, mommy water. Okay. Does anybody have any EXP questions? Any kvCore questions? Any questions? So I'll talk until somebody has a question. I just wanted to point out. Oh, go ahead.
I had one question when we were talking about the valuation. Does it automatically send a valuation?
Yeah.
Do our landing pages or squeeze pages do that in kvCore?
Yes. So what's going to happen? That's a good question. So what's going to happen though, if the person enters in their email address or phone number, yes, they will get, they will be able to see their value. If they don't enter in either of those things, they won't get that. But you will get the address. So it's still a lead because you can do what you need to do with that address. And a variety of things you can do is, you know, write a handwritten note card and tell them, hey, this is your estimated value. You could go to RPR and print out a beautiful property flyer and share it. You could knock on their door. You could use Spokeo or Cole Realty Resource. Spokeo is way cheaper to find somebody's email or phone number. But yes, they will get it at home value estimate. Now, Marcia asked. She said her homekeeper is not branded. What you did, Molly, is I'm guessing that you did not use the eXp Realty link. And Adam, will you do me a giant favor? Actually, I'm going to do this. I want to make sure everybody knows. You guys, expcloud.com is everything. Like, I know we have Explore Realty and we've got Enterprise and we've got Workplace, but everything you will ever need ever is at expcloud.com. And to get your the correct link to sign up for Homekeeper, you go to Business Tools, Vendor Resources, and click on Homekeeper app, and this takes you to the correct link. See the link here, Marcia? It says Broker eXp Realty. That is the correct link. So when you sign up here, and it says Welcome to eXp Realty, you're going to get your free premium account. So what you did is you signed up for a free account, but it's going to be branded to all different types of realtors. Okay, so what you can do is you can contact Homekeeper and have them fix it, or you might create a whole. I think that's what you should do. You should probably just contact Homekeeper and ask them to help you fix it. Okay, more questions. Molly said she watched the video on setting up a squeeze page, but her hashtags didn't appear. What do you mean they didn't appear, Molly? I don't know what you meant by appear. Debbie says that she tested the home valuation today after she made a squeeze page and the numbers were wrong. Yeah, Debbie, they're going to be wrong. It is totally not accurate in any way, shape, or form. I don't know how to get around that. I mean, the only thing I can say is on kvCore, there is the support portal, And you can give at the very, actually on the dashboard at the very top of your kvCore, I'll show you maybe if I can. There is, at the very top of your dashboard, there is, it says make kvCore great. And there is a feedback, and you can share like, hey, this is what I did. And here's where it says, let's see, help make kvCore great. Add your vote to the feature request. Okay, but somewhere, or I know you can just in the support chat, just in the support chat, you could send them a chat that explains, you know, what you did and the values aren't correct. So maybe they can eventually fix it, hone it in, make it better. So, but I want to tell you, Debbie, you know, the purpose of getting the home valuation is not to provide people with the exact right information. The purpose of doing that is to get the lead. So what your job is when you get that email or phone number, call them up and tell them what the better value estimate is. Mail them, you know, a one-page CMA that you printed off, RPR that gives the better estimate. Offer to do a professional home valuation. So that's what I'm going to tell you on that. Trish said to text her. Oh yeah, great. I would like to do that. I will do that, Trish. Hashtags with landing pages. Yeah, so hashtags with the landing pages are having a problem, but everything else is fine. It's everything, all the other hashtag issues are fine. It's just the landing pages. Molly said on your kvCore, well, I understand on your kvCore, but I just don't understand your question. So if you want to unmute yourself and explain it, maybe that would help. Marcia, is there a training for new agents that shows us where to get all the data to put into SkySlope documents? That is an interesting question. Yes, Adam is correct. There are two trainings in eXp World. One is SkySlope Basic, and one is SkySlope Advanced. And SkySlope Advanced does talk about DigiSign. But Marcia, are you talking about creating templates that automatically fill with MLS data or listing data? Is that what you are saying? Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest and tell you that I've only tried to use DigiSign once, and it works with zip forms. And zip forms basic is a benefit that you get through NAR, and supposedly those are supposed to be automatically templated, and I don't get it though. I'm just gonna straight up tell you, I don't get zip forms. I don't get DigiSign. I don't like it. Don't use it. What I use, so I'm not any help in this scenario. So if somebody wants to speak up in a minute and tell everybody the answer, great. But what I use is dotloop, because I used dotloop before I came into eXp, and I love it. And I have all my templates and everything, and I can just pulls in all the MLS data for me, and it's just seamless and easy, and I love it. And it's going to be hard for me to ever want to switch. So Adam says he uses zip forms. Adam, can you explain how to use that with DigiSign at all, or do you use it with DigiSign, or how it works with templates?
So there's DigiSign and there's DocuSign. Whichever one is associated with SkySlope, that's the one I use. I can't keep those two names straight.
DigiSign.
Yeah, let me shut off my phone here. It's being stupid. So what I do, I am a big believer in templates. So what I do is I go into zip forms, and I have a template for the basic things. I have a listing template, I have a residential offer to purchase, and I have a new build offer to purchase. Those have all the documents of the contracts that would ever be needed in a, I'll say normal transaction, but in a common transaction. And I will go into, so when I have something new, when I have to write a contract, I will go into zip forms, change whatever variable data it is as far as like names, email addresses, prices, things like that. And it will save in zip forms. When I open SkySlope, I go into working documents, and then was it DigiSign in there?
Mhm.
And I click on there and click on Zip Forms Plus on the tab, and
Yeah.
that will pull everything in from the transactions that are in there started.
Okay.
In Zip Forms, it'll pull it into SkySlope. Then you pick and choose what documents you want to send over through SkySlope and send them that way. So you just it's basically A and B. Set up the templates and Zip Forms. When you need to populate a contract with the client and transactional data, addresses and so on, do that in Zip Forms, save those in the transaction, then you go to SkySlope, and SkySlope will automatically pull from Zip Forms to match it up. When you start, you have your templates that you create in Zip Forms.
Mhm.
Let's say you have a new buyer that, hey, you want to write an offer. Okay, well, new transaction, new purchaser offer, I think is what they call it in Zip Forms. So you select that. You select that you want to pull in the template that you created, which is offer to purchase. It pulls that in there. It's got your standard commission language, your email address already in there. You just fill out the variable data as far as the price goes, the conditions, all that stuff. Save it in Zip Forms. Then when you go to SkySlope, you can pull it from there.
Okay. So Diana, she said she learned on Zip Forms herself, and she found it easy with templates and just as easy as 𝗏𝗏. And I will tell you, my friend Rebecca uses DigiSign, and she loves it and says it's the easiest thing ever. So I guess just pick something and learn it. But definitely go to that advanced SkySlope class, because they talk about DigiSign, and you can be able to answer your get your questions answered about using Zip Forms, I would imagine, in that class.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name. It's the broker from New Jersey, I think. He is really cool. He's really cool. So.
And he teaches that. Okay, thank you, Adam.
Yep.
All right. Who else has a question?
So you use Zip Forms and SkySlope, Adam?
Yes, both of them. The state contract forms for Wisconsin are preloaded into Zip Forms, and then SkySlope is a transactional tracking software for EXP. So SkySlope pulls Zip Forms in there. So all the contracts that we do in Wisconsin originate from Zip Forms and are sent for signatures through SkySlope.
And we can do that in Florida, I'm sure.
Yeah, if you have Zip Forms and everybody has SkySlope, but if you have Zip Forms and that's the approved method in your state as far as contracts go, then you can do that.
Some people don't have Zip Forms in their MLS for whatever reason. But yes, otherwise it is in our benefit. But so basically, what you need to do is figure out if you can get your forms already templated from Zip Forms from your association, or your MLS through Zip Forms is going to have them. And then you just have to upload all those signed documents to, my cats are fighting. You have to upload all those signed documents to SkySlope. Because that's, I used to work at Coldwell Banker, and you had you printed out all the documents and you put it in this little packet with a checklist on top with a paper clip, and then you turned it into the basket. So that's what SkySlope is, only it's digital. Okay. So
if anybody has Zip Forms and they need help setting up templates for that, so it pulls easily into SkySlope, either shoot me an email, or my phone number is in my profile on Workplace. Just give me a call or a text, and I'll try and reach out and.
Adam, you could probably charge money for that. That's another service we should offer in the Sylvia system. Okay.
I gotta do enough. I gotta get enough people set up for free that we can get some good testimonials, and then we can start making it rain in our wallets for that.
That sounds great, because then you'd have some great. Okay, you guys call Adam, get that set if you need help with that, because then it'd be great. Actually, we could do a video of what you're doing too. I think that would be great, because honestly, in EXP, that is one thing I have not gotten any help with or seen. So that's why I just love 𝗏𝗏 and use it. And I haven't tried to seek out the help, but it doesn't seem readily available either. So
right. I'm usually available till 10 p.m. If it's after 10 p.m., just call Sylvia. She's up all night.
All right.
Sylvia, I do have a
What?
question.
Okay.
It's not about zip forms or 𝘠𝗏𝗁 or any of that. It's about setting up your email in kvCore. Do you find it handy?
Honestly, I don't, but they're doing some updates to it. I don't do anything with my email in kvCore personally. It's there, I can see it, I just don't do anything with it. But they did set up like a two-way sync and they're doing more. Adam, do you have anything to say about it?
As far as like sending emails to clients through there or leads through there?
You know how you can, like here.
Well, I noticed that you must have it syncing because I could see, yeah, like.
Oh, yeah, at the top.
Well, I'm on somebody else's. I'm on Martha Bennett's.
Yeah. So I set it up to link up with my Outlook because I have a branded domain that I use for everything. I don't do anything through EXP. Everything, my website is a forwarding domain. My email is my own domain, and I set that up to sync in the email through Outlook. My experience is your time is better spent somewhere else. It's okay. There's a lot of delays. I don't know. I'm not too impressed with it. I've never really. I click on it maybe once a month.
Sylvia Dana with eXp Realty, and I live in Grand Rapids,
I apologize.
Michigan.
Okay. I don't use the email either, and maybe someday they will do it better. But yeah.
Well, when I was first getting set up, because I've only been with eXp since November. So when I was like, whoa, I've never had a CRM before, even though I've been in real estate 15 years. Anyways, I know I did sync it. But I had set myself up as a test. And all of a sudden I'm getting emails about my kid's doctor and I mean, all this stuff in there. I'm like, whoa, I don't need that in there. So
exactly. It's like you're everything, you know, so just, I would just not do it right now because it's not dialed in.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyway, I just posted for the gentleman that was asking about SkySlope, and you know, this little video I posted in here is me just talking about uploading a transaction to SkySlope and how and why. So maybe that will be helpful to you. So, okay, it is 8:40. Does anybody have one more question?
Are you and I gonna shoot a zip form into SkySlope template video?
Yes, we are. Not today.
Are we gonna add that? Why not? We got time.
Can we do it in 2 weeks?
2 minutes? Okay, fine.
2 weeks. Okay, bye. In case you guys didn't know, Adam is somebody that I've hired to help me get all these kvCore setups done that I decided I was going to start offering for some reason. And I'm very behind. But Adam is helping because he's really good at kvCore. And what's so funny, and I'm going to call out Adam, is, you know, last year when he first got into eXp, like last spring, summer, he was one of those people on the kvCore discussion, like, I hate kvCore, kvCore is terrible, right? And I had to like bitch slap him basically. And so we did a Zoom meeting together and I showed him some things and, you know, he felt a little better. And then from then on, he's been like the best kvCore promoter and he knows kvCore way better than I do. So
the biggest thing with that, and Sylvia the other day shared my frustration, is the thing that really gets me, okay, is when I do something to the letter that somebody else does, theirs works beautifully and mine doesn't. Like, I want to just headbutt my computer. Like, why is that nonsense happening? That is what, and then like when I ask questions and they're like, well, this is just, you know, like, this is what I did and this works for me. It's like, well, okay, cool. Well, Smokey over here, that doesn't work for me. You know, like, I can't do it. So that was a frustration.
We're not going to complain right now. Debbie is laughing.
No, there's no complaining. There's no complaining allowed in Sylvia's Zoom.
Exactly,
meetings.
No complaining.
This is finally getting to the point in my kvCore career, we'll call it, where I can look back and say, man, those are some good times, wasn't it? It kind of did a 180 on that situation. But it's frustrating for everybody. You got to be stubborn and stick with it. And once the doors and once the doors open and the light bulbs start turning on, you get more into it. I'm very comfortable in there right now. And I mean, I wish that I would say this if Sylvia wasn't around. I wish that when I joined back in August of last year, that somebody provided the information that Sylvia did, because like if we had that template, like cool, I know how to do stuff. So you guys are really, really at an advantage over everybody else that she's doing this and that you have that resource.
Yeah.
So. Bill,
okay.
Bill,
I have another question.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just laughing because Bill Gross said, you know, like Jeff Foxworthy said, you might be a whatever.
A redneck.
If Sylvia wasn't around, I would ...
Okay.
Julie,
so,
what?
How many people are on the call? Are there quite a few still?
20.
There's 20 just still hanging out.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
you're talking about our book club?
No. No, I was going to ask, I mean, this might not be the right group to ask this in, because I don't know if many of these people, you know, were in the dumb class here, if these people are, you know, as dumb as me or whatever. But I just went to a class last week through my MLS. I wanted to know if anyone had heard of Remine, REMINE. They actually solicit their information to their platform to 60% of the MLSs in the country, and our MLS here in Portland is basically buying it and supplying it to us members. But it is amazing, and I just wanted to know if anyone on the group here had heard of it and had any experience with it, because I have not, and I think it's really
Mary
cool.
says it's interesting to say, because I saw somewhere somebody said something Remind. I had no idea what it is. It went completely over my head. So Mary, can you explain what it is?
She has it with explanation.
Yeah, she has it.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
It does a lot of stuff. It is awesome. You can find absentee owners. You can do all kind of searches, and produce leads.
Oh, so it's real estate mining. So it's like co-realty resource, maybe.
Yeah, but what's really cool, what I learned in the seminar was, you can track a neighborhood, or however many people you want to track. It's like Big Brother on steroids. You can see if you could see if they're buying toilet paper or diapers or this kind of stuff that would give them they have a low, medium, and high ranking, to where you can see if they're going to sell. They have a sell ranking. And so you could put your previous clients in there that you've sold homes to, and you could be tracking them, and you might be dripping on them once, a quarter or whatever, but they might come up on your high tracking that all of a sudden they're starting to do things like maybe search on their internet, Zillow or whatever, that would imply that they might be thinking about selling. So you might want to quickly reach out to them with something to put your face in front of them. I don't know.
And then Bill said they had a great presentation from his local MLS for free. It was a powerful tool. Yeah. Maybe Sylvia, you can get them to present, like I had the guest today, and he said it's free in about 60% of the MLS in the United States.
Yeah. Our MLS bought. In fact, I changed MLSs in the last year. For that reason, and both have it as a free service. It's one of those packaged parts that most agents don't notice. And on both MLSs, have had people come out to offices to promote it, and I imagine as a company they would as well. There's some kind of, you have to be careful with it, because you can see like the houses they say are likely to sell. You can't just door knock those, because by the time you drive to the house, you door knock 1 in 4 are home, 3 and 4 are not. So sometimes real estate agents get kind of caught up in this being a magic pill. It is a powerful tool. There's a lot of good stuff with it that I think it's worth looking into and adding into what we do. I think it'd be interesting if somebody's used it and integrated into kvCore, that's where the execution is the key. Just to get another shiny toy to talk about, we all have shiny toys we talk about all day long. How do you actually use it?
Utilizing it.
Like today's guaranteed rate, you know, you talked about how you posted that magazine on your next door, and that doesn't count as an ad, and you're not going to get spammed out. That's powerful. Right. It's the execution.
I want to say,
plus side, Sylvia, I think also the free one, the basic is free.
Okay.
But to do all that farming and get all that information, you have to pay monthly.
Okay. Got to pay some cash money.
Yes.
So yes, but if you, instead of what they want to charge you for, is really free on RPR, or use fastpeoplesearch.com. So the they try to sell you on, when you're researching people, you pay to get more phone numbers and emails, but there's free tools that you can get emails and phone numbers on that you don't have to pay for. Even our presenter even said that, you know, because he was with the MLS, he wasn't working for the company. He even said, don't even pay for it. It's not worth it. He showed us them. There's a lot of internet tools, but one is fastpeoplesearch.com. Put a person's name in, and that works real well for us.
So, gosh, I wish, you know, I'm seeing it says engage, collaborate with clients more efficiently in a modern, safe search experience. You probably still only have access to your MLS stuff and not like everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what I was wondering, so I actually, in the presentation, Bill, it's probably the same gal. She's from Washington, D.C. She goes all around the country and teaches this class. She was hilarious. She was amazing, did a fabulous 1-hour presentation. She actually gave the class her phone number and like cell number. So maybe she would come on here, because
yeah, I'm sure.
60%
I can see on the website, schedule a free 30-minute demo on Zoom. I can see they do that. You know, they're.
Well, send me your info. Go ahead, Bill.
The problem with these people is they're going to want to sell the upgraded version. So I'd rather find somebody who's using it at EXP who can show us some tricks that aren't going to cost us another, you know, fee monthly. Because the whole point of EXP is you don't have to pay for all that stuff.
So I have Debbie's like, I'm still trying to do squeeze pages and landing pages. Debbie, don't try to do landing pages right now because they're not working anyway. Just I did want to say a couple things before we go. Okay, Bill, who just gave us little tips right now. He has been doing the last couple times. I have another group called Events Mastermind. It's like how to, build your business by doing events that I started because I'm interested in doing events. I do like lunch and learns for EXP. I do realtor education events. I do home buyer seminars, but not at the level that I would like to. And so, Bill, he used to be a Century 21. He was a recruiter and he did all kinds of really fun and interesting events. So he's done a couple different Zoom meetings like this. I'm talking about different ways to do events. And so anyway, check out our events group. It's the Events Mastermind, how to generate business with events or something. And sometimes he'll post in there that he's going to do. Do you have an idea of when you're going to do your next one, Bill? I can't hear you.
I know, I muted myself. So one of the principles I talk about is importance of consistency. So I do know the time, and that way it's easy to tell people the next one is Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, which is for Joe late. It's 7 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll put a link to it.
And you'll put it in the Events Mastermind group, but you'll also put a link in our Dum Dums group, right?
Yep, I will.
Okay. Yes, client appreciation parties. Bye, Mary. Things, yeah. So that's one thing I want to ask you, Bill. The last couple times you did we talked about recruiting a little bit last time. So I would really enjoy it if you've honed down on one topic, like if we did just client appreciation parties or just home buyer seminars or just seller event seminars,
Which one you want?
I don't know. Client appreciation.
I've never done one.
Okay. Home buyer seminar, and then study up on client appreciation.
Got it. First time home buyer seminar. I'll talk about that on.
First time home buyer seminar. Okay.
One of our agents here in the Fox Valley in Wisconsin does annual client appreciation. and her turnout is pretty low. She's got a couple dozen people showing up with their kids for ice cream and crafts and stuff like that. They're pretty good. So they do work if you do them right.
Okay. So Debbie, we'll figure out client appreciation parties. I think that's great. Julie, Bill's he's in Beverly Hills, California, right?
Yep.
So I want to mention a couple other things. So I have a book club, if you didn't know, that I've been doing since last summer. We do it at 9 a.m. Eastern time, which I know is tough for you West Coasters, but Julie, Younger, who's on here, she is in Portland and she gets up and do it. She even did it when we met at 8 a.m. Eastern time. We've done 4 different books. The last one we did was 7 Levels of Communication. And it's a mastermind. And I'm going to post the playlist for our last mastermind about 7 levels of communication. So you can watch the videos. And actually, Adam, in your free time, I know you're not busy at all, but in your free time, I actually want you to watch these videos, and you know why.
Yes, because I need help with my communication with human beings that are not myself.
Well, and you also have the hard copy of the book, and it will help you understand it better. Oh, crap, I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, while I'm looking for this, Julie, will you tell everybody about why we like book club and what we're going to do next time?
Okay. So book club is amazing because it's basically a mastermind. We get together and we collaborate. We go through each chapter. So like with 7 levels of communication, we went through like 4 or 5 chapters at a time, and we just dissect it, and we talk about how it applies to our business and what we're doing today, and we how we would like to implement different things in our everyday life with real estate. And this next one we're doing is 10X rule. Glenn Sanford used it to kind of kickstart EXP. I'm already like on chapter 6. It's awesome. So yeah, I love book club. I've never been in a book club in my life and never been on a video book club.
And we look even better than we do now at that time of the morning. Like Julie is fantastic at that time in the morning. But anyway, it's the name of the book that we're doing this time is called 10X, Debbie, by Grant Cardone. Just
10X rule, I think is what it.
10X rule. True story. I called Grant Cardone when he was an expired listing in Hollywood Hills.
You did?
Didn't know who he was. He said, "Do you know who I am?" And I was good and expired. This is years ago. That's all I did every day for 3 hours. And he picked up and he said, he started giving objections, and I was pretty good, but he was on his game. And he said to me, "Do you know who I am?" I said, "Well, I see your name's Grant Cardone. Do you know who Grant Cardone is?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, before you call me, you should look it up." He goes, and he hung up on me. I looked it up, and I bought 2 or 3 of his books, and I've been a fan ever since.
Yeah, so I learned about Grant Cardone when I was selling cars, and I read his book, the Closer's Survival Guide, and it's like he gives 100 different objections, but 100 different scripts to overcome those objections, and I mean he helped me sell a lot more cars. Yeah, so. Anyway, okay. So, and then is there anything else I want to say? I think that's plenty. I was going to say one last thing. If somebody on here does not, I don't know, Dan, are you still on here? Dan Carpenter?
Yeah, his name's there.
Okay. I'm going to unmute you. Unmute. Oh, it won't let me. Anyway, well, I'm proud of Dan because he's somebody that I'm helping set up his website, but I asked him, in my questionnaire, like, do you have a Facebook? What's your Instagram? What's your LinkedIn? What's your next? He doesn't have any of that, but he wants to generate leads online. And so if you want to generate leads online, you've got to have some sort of online presence, and it starts with social media. So it was a good student today, and he created a Facebook page, a personal account, and a business page. He did so good.
Yeah, I went through 2 tubes of preparation H. That should tell you where the pain was.
In your ass? Okay, I get it.
Anyway, nowhere.
Good job. And I posted today in our Dum Dums group a little video of how to create a business page for anybody that you think needs it or wants to watch it. So anyway, I didn't do what I said I was going to do. I still went till 9 o'clock. So I'm going to go now. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your night, and we will see you next time.
Good night, all.
All right. See ya.
Good night.
Remember, zip forms help. My phone number's in my profile. Put it in your speed dial.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Adam's going to help you guys with that. Bye.